Our message has been that, President, these are the volunteers of the ANC. This is the machinery that you have, the ammunition. After the election, always remember that they must be prioritized. They must be taken serious. When opportunities come, they also deserve to celebrate South Africa as they belong to it. I know that President does not need to be introduced because he led the ANC, but he was active even in his high school day as the youth leaguer at that particular time. He was also active in university. He was then elected as the president in university. I always tease him like that the only thing that is common between myself and the president is that I was the president as well in university. So when we came, I came first. Mrs. Governor had to give the president a gallon. She ran straight to me and said, "No, I'm not a president. The president is behind me. Please don't give it. It belongs to the president." For the first time, Comrade Meg, I had to run for the gift. It didn't belong to me. That is on a lighter note. The president was then elected amongst the founding fathers of what is called the National Union of Mine Workers, National Union of Workers, and he grew up in those ranks. In 1991, which was here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, he was elected the Secretary General of the ANC. I'm sure we just have to give you a friendly reminder that there is a comrade who contested him in 1991. Comrade President defeated that comrade. And we don't think that there is a bad blood that was supposed to emerge, but it emerged from 1991. Unfortunately, President Ramaphosa has been defeating him because he also did the same in 2017. So there is that thing, and today they've just formed what they want to relate it as MK, which you all know that it's a photocopy. President was then elected the Deputy President of the ANC in 2012. He was then elected in the 54th conference as the president of the ANC. I'm sure you know the history, which I'm not going to bore you, that he was amongst the pillars on the issue of the Constitution of South Africa, on the formulation of what we harvested in the form of CODESA. It is all because of his contribution as well. In the 55th conference, he was also given a mandate to lead the ANC for his second term. On the 29th, he's going to be given the second term as the ANC and the president of the country. Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa, let us all stand as we welcome our president, the president of the ANC. Thank you so much for gracing our shows. Let us also thank the zonal leadership for ensuring that the president is speaking to us this evening. Comrade President.
Amandla, let's be seated, please. Viva ANC, viva. It's a real joy to be in your presence this evening, and I extend my greetings to the leadership of the ANC at national level represented here, and the leadership at provincial level and regional level and branch level. But more importantly, I want to extend my greetings to the veterans of our movement who are here in their great numbers. It's a joy to be here in Chatsworth and to be welcomed in such a warm manner, which is very typical of the people of Chatsworth. So thank you very much for welcoming me here. As you know, we are literally less than 2 weeks to our national and provincial elections. So it's a real pleasure to be here in KZN. As you might have read and heard elsewhere, the leadership of the ANC has descended on KZN, and they've been crisscrossing the length and the breadth of this province to garner support for the African National Congress. And we do so because KZN is one of our most populous provinces, following on Gauteng. These two provinces are key to the electoral prospects and success of the ANC, and I guess indeed any other party. The only difference is that it is the ANC that is going to emerge victorious in this province and all over, whether they like it or not. Even before the elections, we have a good sense of the support that the ANC has, and one has a sense of it as we've been going to various communities, in the homes of our people, in various places, public meetings, as well as street meetings and what have you. You do get a sense, and I've had a sense, that victory is certain. I've been telling people that I can smell it. I can also feel it. I can see it as well. And I know that many other people don't have as good a sense as I do, and I do have a very good sense that we're going to be victorious. And being here tonight, just coming into this room and just seeing yellow all over, I get the full sense that this room is full of volunteers of the African National Congress, and it is also full of supporters of the ANC and indeed members. So I'm really truly pleased and blessed to be in your presence, and also to be garlanded by a beautiful lady who is almost 100 years old and who can still walk straight. And as I sat here looking at her going down the stairs and walking to her seat, I kept wondering to myself, how many of us will still be walking on our 2 feet at 100? I can only count a few, myself included. So it's a real pleasure to be here. We are indeed just a few days, less than 2 weeks away from what many people have dubbed as the most crucial election since the 27th of April in 1994. As one is looking at the pictures of those who are living overseas, South Africans who are overseas, one can see the long queues, long queues, as they are all queuing to go and vote. And many of them, I guess, on the eastern side of the world have already concluded, and some are still to start on the western side in the Americas. But you do get a vibe, a real good vibe, that these elections are truly going to be exciting elections. And I go into this election very confident, as against to doomsayers' predictions, who say that the ANC is going to come out below 50%. I do believe that we are going to be way above 50%, and we're going to emerge victorious. One of the journalists asked me this morning, where do I get this? I said to him that I feel it in the pulse of the nation. I feel it in the pulse of our people. And that tells me that we are going to win these elections. So I'm really grateful. And why will we win these elections? It's not just me being a prophet or a soothsayer. It's me being able to read the times, the trends, in exactly what is happening in our country. The past 30 years have been the most interesting and transformative years of this country's life. Having emerged out of 342 years of colonialism, which was tinged with slavery, which was tinged with everything else that you can think